And I don't know if Beyonce ever see this or not, but I just want to say thank you, Beyonce. Thank you for all that you do for Black culture and for Black people. So, so I was getting ready to set up for another video, and I had like YouTube just playing in the background, and Beyonce's her halftime show performance, her Cowboy Carter performance popped up. It was just playing in the background. So eventually I just happened to click over and just start watching. And during the performance, I just started to cry. And um like I couldn't stop crying. And then it just hit me like seeing all of those talented Black people on that field that was performing with her. Um, I was just taken aback, man. And just to see how talented she is. Beyonce is somebody who I could never speak poorly about. She is someone who has taken a lot of hits in the name of trying to move Black culture forward. And I think watching the performance, it just hit me with everything that's going on in the political world, with Trump trying to erase us from history, trying to take us back to before Jim Crow, before civil rights laws. I it's a young lady on CNN, and her name's Ashley, and I follow her on like social media and stuff, but I got familiar with her from CNN, and I just recently saw a segment when she was just talking about how, she was more qualified than everybody who was sitting on the panel that she was sitting with combined. And she still was the least paid in every job that she has had, including the one that she was doing there. And, you know, it's easy to put on a brave face. And for me, I put on a brave face for a long time. Like, this shit hurts. But over time, you build armor because you're used to it. Like, as a kid, I was already told, you know, from my mom that, people aren't gonna like you based off the color of your skin. And then there are gonna be people who aren't gonna like you because of how dark you are. And it's sad that as Black people we have to even have those kind of conversations with our families. You know, um, it's sad that we are subjected to being dehumanized, um, and otherized when we just want to be. And while watching a performance of Beyonce, it was just her greatness and her ability to persevere. People have tried to tear her down throughout the years. She's too country. She is too black. She is too white. She is this. She is that. And yet and still she rise and continue to push forward. And when I say nobody can tell me shit about her, because when you have a lot of these celebrities, black celebrities, who have built their careers and their wealth off of the backs of our communities, of black people, and then turn the cheek because it's beneficial to them, is hurtful, you know. But Beyonce has continued to support black people and black culture. It has continued to push us forward. I mean, in her past few albums, especially since The Gift, since like Brown Skin Girl and Black Parade, and, you know, even prior to that, but especially more recently, she has, with her reclaiming house music and country music and really telling the history of the impact that black people have had, especially during a time when so many people would like to see us erased, you know? And many of like the policies that the tax breaks and all that kind of shit will probably even benefit her. Like, but yet and still, she riding for her people. She wants to see the betterment of black people. So that's why even when black people try to tear her down, like, it blows me. Like, it really pisses me off. Because sometimes we could be our own worst enemy. Like, if we just found the unity to build each other up, our capital alone, like, we are a movement, and it's just upsetting, man. And as I was just watching, like I said, this shit just hit me. Because she has put on like a lot of country artists, and she's trying to make legacies for a lot of people who come behind her. Black artists in different genres. I'll take the hit for you all. And for me, we need people like that. We need people who will go to bat for us. We need people who have a platform as large as hers. She has a lot to lose, but at the same time, she doesn't care. She doesn't care, and she wears those insults. She wears those threats. She wears all of it with pride, knowing that in the end, her legacy is that she helped move black culture forward. And I know it's not all the performance. Some of it is just the weight of just the world, man. Like I said, it's easy to put on the armor, but at some point we all have a breaking point. At some point, it's hard to keep being strong when people keep chipping away, just chipping away, and then people make it seem like your lived experience isn't real, making it seem as though you're a victim, that you want to be a victim. No, I just want to be me. I just want to be seen. I just want you to know and realize that my lived experience is real. This shit is just upsetting, y'all. And it's like, I don't know. And then I just feel like where we are is like these past 2 or 3 weeks with Trump being in office has just been so heavy. And I work in a customer service kind of industry, and knowing that there are people, I deal with people who I can tell, I can see it, even from stuff that people say, like it's different. It's different. Something gotta happen, y'all. And then I sit and I think about my nephews and my nieces. And I think about the world that they have to grow up in. With shit, less rights than even me. Less rights than their grandparents. And people ask me like, you gonna have a kid? You want a kid? I always tell them like I want to be financially stable, but the main thing is that I couldn't imagine having a kid in this world. I just couldn't, man. With all that's going on, man, I couldn't imagine having to have the conversations that I've had with my parents. Just because it's like you have to talk to them as like you are human. Like growing up, these kids just want to be kids, but they're treated like animals. Animals. And if I had a kid, I just know I would end up in jail. In jail. Like I said, I've had people be racist towards me at my job. And at some point, it's like, well, your hands are tied to an extent because people know that you're on your job, and they know that if you come out of pocket, that you could lose your job. But they know that in the real world, they would never pull that. And you have to bite your tongue so much that you swallow blood. But people don't get that. People don't understand that. And even if people wanted to, they couldn't. Those who at least try, I appreciate for at least trying to understand. But this lived experience hits different. You know, I've stared down the barrel of a cop's gun telling me they'll blow my effing head off. I've stood at a bus stop. I was either in 8th or ninth grade, and a red pickup truck full of white guys drove by and called us the N word. It is a terrible time that we're living in, y'all. And, after the election, I stepped away from like social media and everything because just for my mental health, just because I have a degree in political science. And so I watch politics all the time. Like the election was like a Super Bowl for me. But, I saw the red flags. I saw the signs. I knew exactly what was going to happen. And I tried to yell to the rooftops and tell anybody who would listen. So after Vice President Harris lost, I had to take a break just because of all the hate that was being spewed online. And I think since I kind of plugged back in, it's just seeing people like Elon Musk, who is throwing up Nazi salutes and going to neo-Nazi events in Germany and telling them not to be ashamed of their history. And how everybody wants to say DEI, DEI, DEI. Most people don't even know what it means. People just think it means black. It thinks that underqualified black people. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I literally just got on here. Like I said, I was supposed to be recording a totally different video, but I don't know. I just wanted to be like candid, like, because I'm telling you, I just start crying out of nowhere. I was just watching Beyonce's performance and literally just start bawling. But I do want to just say, and I don't know if Beyonce ever see this or not, but I just want to say thank you, Beyonce. Thank you for all that you do for black culture and for black people. Using your platform to try to make us be seen. Unapologetically. You are talented beyond measures. And the fact that people can still say that you're overrated is insane to me. And then it just makes a lot of it just feel like, well, if like, I don't have a chance. But the beacon of hope that you are is your ability to persevere, your ability to push through, your ability to keep a smile on your face, even when I think about the album of the year and what Mama Tina said on her post, that, you know, these award shows don't mind using black talent and putting their faces on camera when they lose. But each time you took those losses like a champ and kept a brave face. I just want to say thank you. Black people, we got to get it together. We have to get it together. God bless y'all.